Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG European League, Phase 3.
Who's been telling these players about that whole Venom thing? It's a complete myth, by the way. You're screwed either way. Sucking out the Venom literally doesn't work. Literally does not work. No, it's medically proven to not work.
In fairness, I think Monkey's was trolling the whole thing.
I feel that might be the case.
I feel like maybe he was not taking it as seriously as some of the others.
What would you do if you're in the jungle? You just wake up suddenly,
just die.
Lost. Just lay down and die and accept the fate.
It's not fair. No, I don't know. There's no jungle left, is there anymore? Didn't it all burn down? I think that's what happened last time. Well, Reciprocity, they got some work to do. Not the best for them, I'm afraid. Still, look, they need to. They're one of the teams that are also within with throw-ins distance of maybe getting to that 6 spot. No, you're safe, but they did just lose the 3rd place to Liquid. Liquid now, after having a disastrous week 3 and week 4, on week 4 and 5, sorry. No, week 3 and 4, I was right the first time, shouldn't second guess myself. They are now only, what, 11 points behind TSM for first?
It's wild, isn't it? Considering TSM already got a win in the first game, yet they've already closed this gap so far.
It was only a 15-point win though, it wasn't a good win, wasn't it?
Only 15 points.
Yeah, but you get your 10 placement points, right? But you know, when you get the win, you want to get at least 10 kills in there. Sort of some big point score, big haul. Hasn't been the best for them so far. They went out in 16th place in game number 2, if you remember, and then went out fairly early. Iroh basically saved them some points in that last game. Did well for them.
Did. Coming into Erangel.
Cameron loves best to watch, doesn't it? It's almost like they love Na'Vi.
Why would you say such a thing?
I know, right?
What makes you feel that way?
Well, in fairness, I think they are right next to the entrance, so it makes sense to show them a lot. And also Ukrainian, Russian. There's a bit of thing going on there.
The Vi.
Raise your edge. What a stinker for them. You heard I managed to get to speak to Lynxy about it, and they thought SIMSY had the off angle, and then and so they thought they kind of got him figured out, and then Gemty came from the other side.
It was so
sneaky
good.
Brothers.
Wow. So well played. I mean, you can't do much about that though. That's the scenarios where Liquid are very good. If they get given, you know, even just the smallest advantage, they will run with it. They'll be able to exploit it very comfortably, and I think you see that time and time again. You forget
the slow pull off of the jump up. Is Chris trying to be sexy now?
Oh, I thought that was for like tier 3 subscribers only, dude. I'm on that Patreon for nothing. What's going on, Chris?
We're gonna get Thurs to do the same for Ed47 there as well.
Here's hoping, alright.
Desperados are in a desperado position. They are slipping and almost about to fall down to 12th place. Just 2 points behind the Knights are now. It's not been a good start for Desperado, the Norwegians.
No, they really need to start pulling.
Not been a good start for FaZe Clan either, in fairness.
No, FaZe have been quiet. Like, honestly though, with FaZe, I just feel like they're fine in every scenario. You know what I mean? Like, they're pretty much qualified to PGC.
Yeah. They want the FaZe win.
Sure, of course. Like, they're never gonna
FaZe win.
They're never gonna stop trying to win the event. There's money involved. It's, you know, you're gonna be competitive. But they're probably one of the only teams who are...
None of the players care about the money. It's all about the players.
Of course, yes.
They keep trying to tell me that. They keep trying to tell me. I'm like, mate, that's 150k first place. You don't care about that. Can we have it?
If you don't want it, I will have it.
If you don't care about it,
we'll take some of it. It's fine, dude. It's fine. No.
Actually, I'm not sure how much it is for first. Maybe 100.
I don't know the jump up points. But the point is that these teams will obviously play to win regardless, but they're not ones who have the fire burning beneath them. It does seem as though there's a couple of issues going on right now. Not sure what the problem is. Hopefully they do get resolved. Again, apologies, guys, in chat.
Headsets for everyone, but apparently we're going to a break. We're back in a sec. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG European League, where we are waiting for Erangel to get started. And I can see a countdown. I can see a countdown, Lauren. That's at 55 seconds. That's what we're hoping for you guys in chat, spamming start the game already. It looks like the admins heard you.
No.
They were waiting. They were waiting for you to spam start the game already.
We had to wait for enough monitors to be bought to allow the games to start. That's how it works.
The C27 RG5.
Exactly. Once you get that curved monitor in your life, that 240 hertz availability, then we can play the game.
That's when we can start the game.
Thank you guys in chat for your kindness of donating to the Samsung Fund.
And the pans. Don't forget the pans.
And the pans. Just buy it all. Just give us all your money.
Get your FaZe pan.
We need the money.
Represent the European region with your FaZe pan. Don't be that guy that wears the Gen G pan.
No one likes you.
Nobody's liking you. They want the FaZe pan. That's what we want. Here we go. It is Erangel. Match number 79 underway. 2 Erangel maps. Will we see the Na'Vi win that the desk were predicting in the final match? So who will we see win this one? It's a pretty terrible plane, in all honesty. Straight across the top of Novo up to pretty much the South Georgia Pole area, which causes a few problems to the north, which means we're going to see Raise Your Edge probably coming out relatively early. Looks like 7 have made the adjustments to go to Novo as well. I expect to see Raise Your Edge going onto the island as well.
Yeah, where's old ENCE going to go? Where's the ENCE boys headed? Maybe Zaki? They went up there before, didn't they?
Prim, maybe? N47 might go Prim, actually. They normally do with this change. So, yeah, where do Bents go? That is a very good point. They might go North George, you know.
They've done like that weird North George Zaki split-ish. And thank you to the people demanding for a pansy pan. Look, we've been demanding break skins.
What would be on a pansy pan?
A flower, Lee. It's quite simple.
Would it just be a pansy? Okay.
It's in the name, mate.
It's a bit boring.
All right, I'm not here to be creative. I talk about video games. All right, I say the words and people get excited. That's all I've got. Now we've been laboring for break skins for about a year. Let's take it easy. Let's not overload them.
One step at a time.
Yeah, let's ease up, guys. Calm it down. We have FaZe pans. We have break skins. Everything's okay. That's fine. All right, we've done. We good. We're fine. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Once the sound is sorted, we'll be good.
What do you mean? It's fine. Millie Circle, we love to see it. A little bit of land in there as well in the north, so plenty to be played for. Raise Your Edge, happy. Looking to see who goes to those early buildings, those sought-after buildings out in the western side.
So obviously this means Team Liquid are going to be on their bikes within around about 2 minutes' time, 2:30 on the move. FaZe Clan, this will be the first time in a while that they've had been a Sosnovka Circle and they're not on the island already. So going to have to be an adjustment for them whether they go out in the vehicles, whether they go on the boat. I would expect the boat approach. What has happened here, Znark? How?
Where's the bike? Where is it? Where's the treacherous
It's got to be a bike, right? It's got to be a bike.
He's just fallen over,
Did he just catch the tree?
He's just fallen over.
He's tripped over. Once it's coming up saying, mate, I have to play on my keyboard on my chest as it is. This is hard enough for me. I don't need to be reviving you. I've got to loot.
I don't know what's happened. At least there's a nice med pack just waiting for him straight ahead.
He's got to have hit the tree. He's got to have landed in the tree.
I don't know.
He's had a bad time. Here we go, though. 2 minutes 40 on the clock, and they are leaving Pachinki. It's how Team Liquid roll. They just got themselves a win in the last game. You know what that means? 16th place income.
It has to be, right? Like, it's the only... It makes sense. That's what we're after.
It's
is
the
that
balance
from
in the world.
Exactly, it has to be had. Looking at the teams going early, you see Team Liquid en route. They're getting down there, and no one's really on the bridge. Na'Vi, GamerLegion doing their own things.
What is 7 going to do? Is it going to be a camp? Is it going to be something random? Are they going to try and catch teams off guard? They're just here to cause a nuisance for everyone now.
By the way, can we appreciate we should definitely get the break skins for free?
Is that right? Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sort it out.
Break actually donates them to us, or
yeah, plus the percentage we deserve
with the
as well,
plugs.
right?
Yeah. That's it. The percentage as well.
You got the contract,
yeah,
so
that's right.
One day we'll get like a liquid skin and everything else. It's gonna be exciting. I really want like team gun skins. Did you see those? Are they created?
I'm hoping we see that for obviously for PGA last year we had all the jackets right for the teams.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to maybe getting that for all the teams
good.
out there. Support your own teams, etc. Support your region. You know what to do. Get yourself a bat. and go wild. TSM over the bridge.
Bridge cam. Crab goes for the shot. Oh, if he died of them shooting out the car, that would have given me so much joy. He doesn't. TSM have made it away there. Okay, Edelweiss. Good connection towards Michael, but not enough. They're safe in the distance. They can get heals off eventually. Do you know what? I love a bridge camp. Give me some more of that. Go on.
It's only 2 of them, though, it was.
So,
the
rest may be looting still.
And they got quite a lot of them low, though. You can see Gustav was low. Michael took some hits, so could have been more. Team Liquid, they've got GamerLegion coming over quick and early as well. 4:30 on the bridge. Team Liquid not really in a great position to camp. They're more looking to try and find a spot their own, so GamerLegion will blast over. The problem is the central point of this circle is kind of the coastline of Sosnovka, really, the northern side of the island. So not too sure on the best spots as Gemty's the slow pull away. Oh, Lynx is going to be happy with that.
Oh,
with Gemty
that's got to feel
catching
good, right?
problems for them in last game.
Yeah, this is Rage moving over a little earlier as well. We don't see them often fighting for these. I don't know if I like them that split apart because teams are going to be 4-player crashing these compounds because they're so sought after. I think I'd like to see them commit to one as a collective, just get everyone in it together and just go, yep, that's what we want, we're having it.
Well, they've committed for it. I mean, the central point is just slightly north of where Rage are, so it's almost that hill where the shacks, the wooden shacks on top. But FaZe Clan, boats for them as expected. They need to be careful coming in Nova. Sadovnik is still hanging around the Bay area, of Novo. I guess I could call it the Bay area. TSM for life, like. We didn't give them much love last week. It was their 10-year anniversary.
No one cares.
I think Reggie does.
Reggie's never done anything for me. Where's my TSM t-shirts?
He's just rolling, weeping in his millions right now.
Yeah, how will he survive?
I know, right? In his, what is that? A $14 million gaming thing they're building.
I have no
for the teams in California.
Doesn't affect me.
Just like Liquid have. Actually, Liquid are making one in Utrecht, right? So they're making one in Europe at last.
Hey.
Where it all began for Team Liquid. Not many know that.
We do see FaZe making landfall. They've got themselves into Novo, and I don't think Seven's scattered out. I don't know if they... Easy Senya.
Easy.
Just swerving across.
Team Liquid are still over that bridge. They may well catch a glimpse of Na'Vi. They will. G2 coming over in towards 7 territory. Na'Vi look like they're home and safe. Going into
G2
the hills.
trying to cross on the bridge camp. Don't see anyone getting knocked. There we go. They finally get one. Might have a heated gamer moment soon. Yeah, this is not good. The car, I think, exploded. G2 finished, what was it in last game? Second? Go out and lost.
Yeah, you can. It's just the way of the world. The balance. The yin and yang.
It has to happen, doesn't it?
PUBG. TSM had it previously. Now it's G2's turn. Well, they won and got first, so does that mean they have 2 16ths running, or they have a 16th and a 15th, just to balance things?
I wonder if FaZe are going to go... Okay, so all of us at home
They're
probably camped
tower, right?
the Eastern Bridge at some point, and then you get someone just rolling up on you from Novo. I do wonder if FaZe are actually going to try and take a fight on them here, or if 7 are going to bounce by now. And obviously FaZe are looking towards the radio tower potentially, or like on the back side of the hill. They do like to play the southern side of the island. So that could be their next move, but I am wondering if they maybe swing by 7 if they see him on the way.
Desperado's going ferry pier, Nip going over towards the bridge, CrowCrowd on the boats, going down south of Primorsk at the moment. Gax's vehicle seems to have got the better of him. Ultras is fine. He's lost his back left tyre there, I think. He should be all right, yeah.
Oh. It's just not a fun scenario, is it? Because you're like, well, this is literally the first challenge. Oh, time to get out.
Oh, no.
You hate to see it.
That's 2 for Nip.
Desperado's... TomiL got knocked at the same time, right?
Desperado's are, remember, just now 2 or 3 points ahead of the Knights. That's all. The Knights themselves crossing, or actually they're not. Oh, are they camping the other side of the bridge?
Well, if they are, they might see reciprocity, although they like to go across the water. They normally transfer over.
Calvin's the last one.
Oh my god, please.
Oh no, he's not. No, SIMSY's up as well.
Okay. So they're getting the revives. They're trying to do what they can. That western side is looking rife with teams. FaZe opting to go east, go towards the tower, or potentially the hill just south of it, maybe work off the back of that. 7 have, they've still got the bridge camp, but they've fallen back more towards the town itself, maybe being aware that there are teams now coming from maybe Novo side and what have you. We still have ENCE, NIP, Desperados. Wanted? Has Wanted crashed, or is that a bug? I think that's got to be a bug. That has to be a bug. That has to be a bug.
Wanted is definitely stuck. He got himself stuck somewhere because he's just...
I don't believe it.
He's in Stalba, so he's just... I don't think we want to show it. DA as ever coming out very slowly. Wow, okay. So that worked out for Razor Edge. Obviously, they committed to the buildings over on the west side of the island, and it's worked out for them. And now FaZe are just going to roll on down the south like they have done before. The problem is, will they get there before CrowCrowd? CrowCrowd coming in on the boats at the moment. They're going to be heading for the coastline. They're just looking to see if it's safe. Reciprocity, they've just swam over, so they are happy. Scoom and Co got themselves a boat. ENCE heading over the bridge. Team Liquid are on the move, actually moving in towards Na'Vi. So that may buy time for ENCE to get across cleanly. SIMSY will hear them coming from behind, but he's just going to duck down his vehicle. Not a lot of gear for him, just a tier 1 helmet.
Yeah, the amount of tier 1 helmets we see these days seems so prevalent. We see it so often. Right, ENCE doing the bit of the run. SKUIJKE getting some flack here. It's miikaz to go down though, and his best slots are going past. I mean, this guy just doesn't seem to miss.
Swings by and obviously pulls the headshot off, as you do. Oh, PokeMoldo's right there. Oh, and it got TRYFFELI. It got TRYFFELI. Oh no, and this is the rest of ENCE coming up as well. This is not good for ENCE. Yeah, they've lost SKUIJKE as well. So Rustanmar's the last man standing, and ENCE are gone.
Okay, so some of the teams who really need these wins are starting to run out of options, at least on today. Let's look at that circle. It has run all the way
Seven pulled up on Razor
west.
Edge.
And yeah, they have pulled up, but I don't. It's such a risky pull-up because everyone's looking this way. I don't know how much room they found.
No, I should just say 7 are giving Razor Edge points, because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
They've tried to pull in the side there, and they've lost, I believe, 2 members down.
Oh,
look at this,
SIMSY
is right there.
What?
Did they not even realise? Oh my god, and he's made a mare of it. SIMSY, you've had a moment.
He's made a mess of his dinner, hasn't he? It's all over the table. It's on the floor.
He's
Mum's not
dribbled.
happy. She made
that was a
little
cheeky
pot
molly,
roast.
though. That was a cheeky little molly.
Yep, Colamenta trying to work his way forward. 7, I guess, have got a building. Even if it is just smoked out and burning, it is a house
Well, they
of
should
sorts.
have. SIMSY just made a mess of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they had no idea that it was there, so he could have totally surprised them, but they completely caught him out. So the Knights... okay, so wanted is there, so it was just a bug. It was just a map bug. So
Yeah, I think it didn't update yet.
Yeah.
One that's not a bug is that DA are still crossing the Eastern Bridge. They like to play it late on this, it seems, and they always have. All the teams, though, piling in towards those rocky hills on the western side. DESPERADO's, CrowCrowd, M47 all out there already, and you've got the Knights coming up towards the Liquid. SIMSY's already got an off angle out in the open, but he does at least get the information and the vision. Definitely at least seen one here. Drayden under fire from Reciprocity.
Nipper over the river as well, taking shots on them. Yeah, SIMSY's just been knocked by Miraku. Was out in the open and has been flushed out. So, NIP just waiting the other side of the river at the lighthouse.
Vard flushing SIMSY like that is going to make it harder for Liquid. They've lost all vision now. They're just kind of stuck right there. They're just going to play out of what they've got in front of them, and that's not going to be easy, even with these caliber players. The Knights, unaware of how close they are to players, now they'll have an idea. Ibby had to unleash on that one, but he's got 4 players now barreling down,
Ooh,
trying to reposition. I like it. It is risky, though.
Very risky. Reels is trying to push up on it. He's getting caught from the side there. He tried to go for the flankeroo. That did not pay off. Reels should catch Ibby in the back, and he will. Marcus doing work there as he looks across the side. James will get the spray down with the barrel.
Nice trade coming back in. James waiting for the next pull-up. Mistimed it on one. Oh my god, James, how are you still standing?
Gets away with it. He's even going to get that first aid off as well. Meanwhile, Razor Edge have flushed out 7, so they are done and burnt. James now with the barrel. Going for the cheeky peek. Wanted sees him. He's going for the... That's nice. That's nice. Is he going to follow it up? Is he going to follow it up? He's going to keep him in position.
Oh, that nade wasn't fast.
He got half
down
off
off HP, yeah. James is one of these deadly players. In these sort of positions, you know he can do some serious damage. Oh no, what a misread from Snark. 1 by 1, he's picking them apart. Limbs just being torn from the Knights, and it's just Drayden now. And that nade ain't bad either.
No, that's going to go in the house, mate. He put a lot of damage onto Reels. Remember, he was in the side there. Yeah, absolutely has. Last man standing. All right. If you didn't want Wanted in your team, you know, you could just say. I think he's lost his helmet as well, Drayden, by the looks of it. I did not see a helmet there, as far as I could tell. Yep. He's going to get the revive off, though, on Reels just about.
James's nade could be absolutely huge.
It's out the door. It's out the door. It's all right.
He's got a few as well.
I was going to say he had 5 on him, so he's just managed to hoover up some more clearly because he's tossed a few out.
Oh, they're all healing.
Who's coming in? Shiv's coming in. Shiv's coming to have a look at this.
Oh, that's a good one. That's going to lock off Reels at least. This gives a little bit of room to be able to push towards one of these players. He does only have really this clip and a bit of backup. No chance of switching. Oh, look at that hip fire. He does get instantly pushed from Drayden, but look at the damage he's done.
He got 3 in a basically what was a 4v1 towards the end there. So really nicely played from James. You love to see it. NIP, they're going for it. Coming over the bridge now. Are they going to go straight to that compound? They've just seen Team Liquid go down, so they know this compound is under pressure. It is outside the compound, the next circle though. So the Knights will go down. Shiv did finish off Drayden, so he was watching it all play out. NIP now coming in. They're realizing there is nowhere to go.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for any of these teams just trying to come in late. And look at Miracle. He's like, I'll just park down here. That's fine.
Under the bridge.
There's a little bit of room to work with, but there really isn't much, is there?
No.
They're not even in the circle right now. Na'Vi control their way through, as do Reciprocity. You're looking at M47 for positioning here.
And we were talking about it about 2 circles ago. FaZe Clan have the entirety of the South Circle covered off. All 3 coastal compounds. ubah's basically driving around, scouting everything, and they have, I would say, what, 30–40% of the circle down the south right now.
And then you think about Sanhok when it ended up by the cave, for example, when they were able to get that big control, big information, they played it out perfectly. I wonder if they can convert that sort of performance here. It's going to be a little bit trickier, of course, but they're a team who certainly can. It looks like NIP have opted to go towards Na'Vi, which is a dangerous game to play, because look at the ground they have. At least 1 out of the 3 compounds for FaZe does have a very good circle position. Do they want to leave one back there by that western side, or do they try and consolidate themselves?
ubah will stay over that side because there's a bit of a dip there, right? If I'm not mistaken. TSM's going to go over to that side. That means ubah's well aware of that full control. They might consolidate. Looks like Fuzz and Aitzy are happy to keep it out. So mxey's going to go over towards the ridge line, and he can just have a look down. And it gives them so much control over this next circle because everyone's going to be fighting in this western side. You can see with CrowCrowd, Desperados, Na'Vi, NIP, then Reciprocity have to find some way in as well. So everybody's sort of fighting out there. So FaZe can just sit and watch it play out for now. I
do like TSM's position, though. It's a weird one because sometimes it's hard to get out of there. Uh-oh. Contact with Gaxi. How did he crypt on Senya like this? I thought Na'Vi were going to keep that in check, but they're losing out on these 1v1s, and maybe they have to bank on BeSTOLOG to deliver a little bit here. He needs to step up because Aduzi and Mokamolodoi aren't quite... Oh, BeSTOLOG! This guy is such a beast. The 4 times on the Scar, rolling it back here.
I love watching him play, I've got to be honest. I'm a big fan of the Na'Vi boys. But NIP is a team that is looking to put them to bed. NBS, though, not able to work that one. Tries to switch over to the nades and instantly gets caught down. Mise has been picked off. That's M47. That's playing out just further south of this fight. You can see in the picture-in-picture there. Mise down and done, maybe, as that nade continues to come in. Aduzi's flushed out. Na'Vi are decimated here. Aduzi finished off, so it's just BeSTOLOG and Mokamolodoi, and they've got the complete flank on him. Look at Gaxi's spot. The birthday boy strikes.
I do not know how Na'Vi let this happen. I thought they had it all. They had circle position. I thought they had everything they needed. BeSTOLOG is still going to do damage. Of course he is. It's BeSTOLOG. But you feel with the blue moving in and the nades coming in, it's not going to matter. They go down in 11th, and that's a mistake for Na'Vi, and that's not a sentence I often say.
They should not. I mean, bearing in mind, NIP came up from the bridge side, up the hill, and managed to catch them. I'm very surprised that that worked out for them. Vascu, cheeky Kar 98 shot there, and Misa headshot as well, nonetheless. And Eivel flushes him out there. CrowCrowd unable to get to that little compound, and that little shack that Tiikzu and NOOKIE are in, that is still not inside the circle. FaZe, that's a beautiful death picked off. Now the rest of his team are quite a distance from him, so that may be the first kill for them.
Yeah, this gets scary though for FaZe in the south. They do need to find their next position and find it well. The northern teams, of course, getting very close by. GamerLegion, nice spot. TSM, raise your edge. DA a little open for my taste. I do not like playing that plane area. Again, I'm not a good enough player to probably play it, but that's beyond the point.
It's very different though in the current Erangel. This is classic Erangel we're playing, of course.
It's a little different. It's just it's not got sustainability to my
Shift stolen.
Expected amount. Hold on, TomiL. This is a bit of a one-and-done spot here. I don't know if I love this, but he does make it count on Vard, and NIP are rotating. Stolen.
T-Bone gets in there. NIP lose one as they try and move. They're going straight to Desperados. TomiL gets himself
How's he got away with this?
I do not know. And the rest of NIP have kind of filled the pants, and they're getting the hell out of there. Oh, dear. how often do we see this with NiP? They just played so damn well against Na'Vi, and then it's literally, what's our next move? I don't know, go up the hill, don't know. They're just too slow to react to that play. They've made such a great play on Na'Vi and then just move up the hill, but instead they're consolidating, obviously getting the meds together, looting, whatever, but it's just took them too long.
Yeah, it has. Now let's look at what's happened in the circle. It is centralized up, so your likes of GamerLegion, RageReg, and TSM. I love TSM's positioning, I can't say it enough. Out in the west, though, CrowCrowd trying to work through N47. Not an easy fight to be had either. N47 have good amounts of cover, nice high ground to play with, but CrowCrowd are getting fire from Calvin Klein from afar.
FaZe still holding this really wide spread on the south. Covering the circle. Aitzy now looking for a new spot for them. mxey's going to just cover off the side. They're taking shots onto FaZe Clan. TSM with reciprocity pulling in by them. Shiv and Scoom upstairs, downstairs between them. TSM managed to knock a couple as they went in there. TSM still with that great compound split though. Right idea from Tiikzu because he was on the roof a moment ago, but Vasquez dropped back down. DESPERADO's coming up the hillside from the north to try and cause problems with this fight.
It could help them out. FaZe will probably be fed into this fight as well. If CrowCrowd head further south, it will pay in towards Aitzy and Fuzzface's positioning. mxey and ubah can try and maybe work together on this side as well, but they need to be careful. They're quite open here. It does get a little bit scary in the south with that, but still, not as scary as CrowCrowd having to deal with M47. This fight is going to have to happen at some point. They need to work through this. They just can't really find a way in comfortably, and maybe DESPERADOs, when they close in a little bit, could help out.
Seven's little fight has cost them, hasn't it? They knew what they wanted, but RageReg beat them to it. Somewhat surprised GamerLegion were allowed to get into that compound next door, which has given them a really high points potential in terms of placements. CrowCrowd still slowly surrounding that nade, just gone shy of T-Bone, but it gives them the information that he does have someone over to his right. Another nade coming, that looks good, that looks good. That looks good. Does a lot of damage to his backside.
Yeah. And the longer that happens,
you know
the closer DESPERADOs are getting.
If it had a FaZe pan, that might have been all right.
I've heard that. I've heard nades do 10% more damage.
That's it.
That's how it works. And it's such a stalemate up here. T-Bone could have a really nice angle if they feed into this one by one. Outdone by NOOKIE, though. That's how the cookie crumbles. And NOOKIE at the forefront.
Just like that.
That was pretty big, and now the DESPERADOs choose to strike. They saw the blood in the water, and it's the right time to do so. Yeah,
they get Tiikzu down. NOOKIE and Timmy have to crest the hill to try and take a peek, and they're using their chance to make the run here. It's like, TomiL, I thought you had me covered. Oh, God, run back, run back, run back. Avoid. So I don't think they're going to be able to. They get the can. The blue's not. It's going to stop just there. Just in time for him to get in. And look at that. Look at this. Fuzz and Aitzy coming up the hill right behind them. They're going to get involved in this. They had this, and if they can get this hillside position, it's going to give them all the south and the west. So that's why Fuzz is going to get in there. Managed to flush down NOOKIE, and now he's looking through the smoke.
Yeah, it's such an important position to take control of because that plateau can just give you so much control over
all
the
the FaZe are coming. All
exactly.
Four.
They all know exactly what is on the line and why it's so important. Tiikzu goes down. It's a very clever move from FaZe. They understand the gravitas of this situation. The DESPERADOs might try and peel away on the more northeastern side of this roll downhill. I don't know this area too well in regards to the cover available to them beyond this point, this plateau.
Yeah, looking down the hill, you can see TSM, obviously, they have the eastern side, they have those compounds. There's going to be a big fight between GamerLegion, RageReg, and Reciprocity that's going to have to happen very soon. DA also needs to run into the grinder. I like the fact that ubah is staying on the southeast position where he stayed, just basically watching out what DA do. Now he's coming across. Here goes RageReg. They're making the move on Geo.
Yeah, let's see how well prepared GamerLegion are for this crash. Bjorn's on his own. Hams has been knocked, and mxey is already going to be tagged up. They're in the compounds. Bjorn, good tag there. Headshot's going to slow down the push. I mean, they have to heal up, take their time, and consider things. It looks like he's already gone passive, though. He doesn't want to peek these windows.
Yeah, I think he was contemplating going out there. DA have gone into the south side compound by TSM. It looks like they managed to get in safely. So ubah's rejoined the rest of FaZe. Now we can see that with DESPERADOs pushing on the hillside. TomiL not looking good.
Yeah, SKUIJKE just got found by Calvin Klein, who's working down that hillside. I theoried he might go northeast, and he has. And that's given them vision on this. Now, bear in mind that RageReg still aren't actually in the circle. They will still have to continue to push forward towards GamerLegion.
Udir is going across. He's trying to, while obviously the panic and then chaos ensues. Reciprocity are using this moment to get across the bridge. Skoom will get talked down, miikaz not allowing it. ubah has got across, it seems, behind the GL house. So a little bit of a problem for him, but I think he's under fire from Calvin Klein up on the hillside. lxey's managed to crawl back. He's getting in revive on SIMSY as well, and that's going to be DESPERADO's now down to Calvin Klein as TomiL's been found.
Yeah, and I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold on here if they check up this hill. Raise your edge in danger. 3 making the push here. Bjorn still up top, being a nuisance and a half. You're going to see them having to make the play. lxey, of course, did get knocked earlier. Bleeds out here, and this is the line they're holding. And they hold it well. Bjorn holding the off angles. Nice work from Fex. Raise your edge cannot make it further forward.
TSM with a double knock on DA there. That's worked out well. It's flushed them both down. So DA down to 1. Reciprocity just with Shiv now because ubah was found in the fields. And now FaZe Clan are looking down the hill. If it goes their way, it's looking golden. GamerLegion, though, what are they going to do? Look at this. It's totally exposed to Calvin, who's running down the hillside.
Nice use of the tree to cover it off there, but I have to give credit to Fex. That off angle on the door, he knew that mertgungor was going to move up through that doorway, so he just, sat the smoke, waited for him to walk past. Very patient play. TSM going to try and pile in, and it will be TSM to get the kill on Calvin Klein there. I did think that might have been GamerLegion's or maybe Reciprocity's, but no. It's the way the scenario unfolded, but look at this new circle. That's the power of taking that hill for FaZe. They can then just sweep forward, and they've basically locked everyone else way further out.
Mitraleius just thinking of his options right now. For DA, not really a great deal for him. There is a crate, but I think TSM might beat him to it. He's got really an open run. So FaZe Clan fully in control of the west side, coming down the hillside towards TSM. TSM themselves focused on what's going on in the Harry Potter. That's Reciprocity. Mitraleius tossing out an 80. Did you manage to get Michael down? That was mxey that got the kill. Mitraleius is nading it out. So that's a problem for TSM to lose one here.
Yeah, it's not good at all. TSM need to be thinking bigger picture, and they're being slowed down. They can't join the likes of Rory and Gustav, and here comes the push from Mitraleius, going to try and make a play up with the car, and no, I don't believe it is. I don't know where his next stop's going to be. This is not fun. Maybe just trying to jump Reciprocity or hope that they maybe get a placement point above that.
I think he's trying to eye up TSM and hoping they were going to peek him so he could get a knock and move, but Shiv's on the move, he's gone down. Gustav will pick that one up. GamerLegion still continuing to try and get a little bit closer. Smoke's willing. TSM going for the pass, and that's what he was doing. He was looking to get the shots in the pass, and he gets his former, or actually not his former teammate, the man that he replaced in Digital Analytics down. Meanwhile, FaZe Clan, they're cleaning up from the hills.
Yeah, they are, and you should expect this. This angle is very, very powerful, and I thought if TSM maybe kept 4 alive, they could really challenge that. They could be the one contender, but FaZe already looking so well positioned and adjusted towards this circle. DA go down due to circle, and that's to be expected, as now we see GamerLegion trying to find their way forward, and it's going to be a death run. There's not too many ways you can cut it other than that. Already miikaz is fallen foul to Fuzzface. As you see, Fex still trying to fight well. I thought his off angle was very well considered, but in this scenario, you're kind of done for.
Yeah, I'm trying to bullet block a little bit for miikaz, but I don't think he's going to be able to crawl out of this one. Looks like he's going to give up to the play zone, and Fex will go down as well. So, GamerLegion done and done. Third for them, sorry. TSM now with 3 alive. Oh, Aitzy's got right up close. They've no idea. They're going for that dip, and Aitzy's right there. Yeah,
this is just good play from FaZe. This is what I was talking about with their positioning. They've already kind of theoried this end circle. You have your kind of longer range, Fuzzface, ubah up top, keeping the pressure on. mxey making sure no one's going to on that southern flank, and Aitzy being your point man. He'll take contact. He'll at least, at minimum trade in. But they just need to make sure they do not feed, they do not overpeak on these hillsides. They just keep him safe.
We should point out this is a battle for first and second, don't forget. This is big points with TSM reclaiming that. Team Liquid watching, envious, I would say, after their win a moment ago because they were closing the gap, but it looks like it's going to get stretched once again. 5 kills for TSM. I think it was 6 for FaZe Clan as well, so potential 9-kill finish for either team. Aitzy and mxey up close. mxey with the tree. Michael has an idea. Gustav unsure. Looks like Gustav doesn't have a helmet, judging by what I just saw from the silhouette there. He just took a bit of damage as well. Aitzy's just laying in wait. And bearing in mind, the next center circle is all in FaZe Clan control. TSM have to push his hill.
Yeah, I'd love to see what utility TSM have. They'd need to be able to nade out Aitzy, flash him out, have a couple of smokes. They need some big pressure towards Fuzzface and ubah if they wanted even a chance of getting into this. Again, it's odd stacks against them, to say the very least. And they're trying to work it out. They're trying to, figure out what's in front of them. 5 smokes for ubah too. FaZe have everything here.
full control. TSM are going to have one of those monster plays for this to work out. I just don't see it myself this time. Even if they get a knock on the hill, they still have to deal with what's in front of them.
All right, so 2 smokes, 1 nade, 1 molly. 1 nade on Gustav.
No smokes, yeah. There's 2 smokes is all they've got at the moment.
If they have someone, was it Michael, I think?
Well, Rory tossing one out.
Yep,
there's Michael tossing one out.
It's still going to be really tricky. They have to isolate Aitzy while not dying to the guys covering him. FaZe have a beautiful setup here.
Yeah. I mean, this is too high a hill to try and smoke off. That's the problem. mxey's caught Michael out. There's the nade up close and personal. Kept that one in his pocket just for this time because FaZe really haven't been involved in too much. The second nade comes in. Gustav gets the knock. Aitzy's making the push. Rory's running for it, trying to deny the points, but it doesn't matter. It's FaZe Clan that will pick up win number 10.
He got him as well.
They got the kill as well, so they join both TSM and Na'Vi on 10 wins. Did I just make an error? I think that might be number 11 for FaZe Clan, you know.
Maybe, but what I do know is their positioning coming into the circle is very well balanced. Their entry on Novo, their play around the south, and their just land grab positioning is something we've seen them now implementing, not just for a couple of times. They've shown this is a real strength for them and a solid way to play this out. And they've shown, again, their individual power is paramount, but their positioning is just as good.
Absolutely fantastic. And they held the south side of the circle for the entirety of the time. You know, they came in the south, they didn't really engage with too many people, but it was just such a well played out win. Let's go down to FaZe Clan with Parla.
Thank you, D-Man. I'm walking over to the boys right now. Congratulations, FaZe Clan, on that chicken dinner. Aitzy looking smiley and happy as always. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How has the last week been leading up to here after week 5?
I mean, we've done on spare time, or?
Yeah, what have you been up to after week 5 leading up to week 6?
I mean, we haven't done much really. Like, Scrims got cancelled, so we couldn't play Scrims even, so everyone has just been playing pubs, and that's it.
Well, good stuff. It's nice to see you in high spirits. Fuzzface, I want to talk about your positioning there at the end. You were up top, and then the other guys, talk to me about why they were in the positions they were.
So basically we had a full top side, and then we had 2 guys close on the small ridge, and they have to push over because we have the star center, so we have more space. So we just kind of try to make TSM has as little space as possible and just keep out them from the new zone.
mxey, it looked like by phase 5, you guys had a good spread within the circle and some good geographical control. At that point, were you feeling quite strong and confident?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good control. We had good positions to help each other. Everyone had a car, so we can drive instantly to help each other if needed. So I felt really good on that game.
And Fuzzface, talk to me about military circles and you guys playing that sort of positioning specifically. It always seems to be quite comfortable.
Yeah, this is like one of the few melee circles we actually had to take the boat over, because a lot of other times we had our flex drop, which is melee circle. So now we got to play it usually like how we did a long time ago, basically, and it was pretty nice.
And mxey, final question, just like for Team Liquid, you guys are guaranteed PGC at this point. How do you stay focused and try to retain, well, I'm not sure exactly your position before this game, but coming into this week, you were still in first. How do you focus on keeping that position?
I think we just try to focus on winning, because I don't think anyone on this team is happy if we don't win this tournament. So even if we have world spot already there, we want to win this. So we are hungry to win, so we just play 100% every game.
Hungry to win, they're putting in 100% every game. FaZe Clan there with the penultimate chicken dinner of tonight.
Is the prophecy about to be fulfilled? 4 of the big 5, with FaZe Clan getting themselves that chicken dinner, have now won today. We had this once before, last week in fact. However, we are so close. If Na'Vi wins the next game. Joining me, Froz and Avenger. Gentlemen, though, FaZe winning this game. Admittedly, Avenger did say that FaZe was probably going to win this game.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes.
And it even came in a military circle.
I mean, from second phase on, I had the pleasure of sitting out and talking with Ditch, the coach of TSM.
Yeah.
Like from the second phase on, they had like 30-some% control of the southern part with a massive split. And already from there, we were talking about like there's a big chance that FaZe is gonna win this if it like doesn't super hard shift away from them 2 times in a row. They played this perfectly. This is like a clinical execution of how to play professional PUBG.
It's not unusual that we see FaZe on the south side. They're usually one of the few teams who actually likes to play from down there.
Yeah.
And that gives them so much space. And we, as Martin said, we can see that. They're getting so much space, they're utilizing it. They're not just cramping into a compound, they're not trying to send it to the center. They're actually trying to use that space, making sure that they're having control throughout the whole game.
I want to talk this quickly though. Jeems taking down 3 of the Knights before going down himself.
Yeah.
That was such an insane outplay multiple times. Just fantastic play by him. The urban warfare on this guy. He has played too much in compounds and cities like this. NIP though going out kind of early. It's not going to help them in the global standings. But TSM getting a second place again. They continue kind of extending their lead. And the top 5 is just, it continues going on, guys.
Very much so. And as we take a look at some of the final moments here from this game, as you guys were mentioning, FaZe having so much control over the position that they had and the hill that they had as well. There is so much kind of small plateaus on it that really gave them some great cover against the teams that were down on the low ground.
Yeah, I mean, they're counting on to work with those steps by steps, more or less.
Yeah.
And just moving their way into the circle. They know that they have all the control. They don't need to fight the other teams. Let the other teams fight each other. Let them be more crippled before you fight them yourself.
And so G2, 0 points coming in. Na'Vi 4 points. Team Liquid 4 points here. Looking for some of the teams that are, of course, in that big 5. Na'Vi do good next game. That'd be great. And of course, we take a look at our 1 through 8 as well. Digital Athletics actually got themselves 4 placement points, but only 1 kill. They've not had a bad day themselves here as things continue on. 19 points going over to FaZe Clan. TSM, 11 points. It's getting really close, constantly heated up towards the top. And I don't think it's going to slow down the entire 20 games we got.
With this, FaZe Clan actually took over first place with 3 points ahead
Again.
of TSM. Again, it's
Love
shuffling all the time. And they're actually distancing themselves kind of down towards Liquid. And Na'Vi, Liquid is 10 points ahead of Na'Vi still. And there's a good 18-point cushion up to TSM. But again, it keeps shuffling around, guys.
One thing that surprised me in this game was G2, though. They went on the east bridge with vehicles. We normally don't see them do that. Now, they got camped by 7, but the thing is that they usually take the boats from Sharkfin and cross over there, and then they move on foot from there.
And exactly to that point as well, our first circle was actually a very much 60-40 some circle. So I was surprised to see them cross that early and commit to the military island already and not keeping the boats. But yeah, 2,100 plus damage over FaZe Clan.
You were saying that FaZe Clan was 3 points ahead of TSM. So the last 4 games have had no impact on what they have done against one another because both of them have got 31 points.
Exactly.
It shows how hotly contested the top spot currently is here between FaZe Clan and TSM. Really looking to rile for that position. Here are the overall standings, as you can see, confirmed up towards the top. It's just that 3-point gap. Team Liquid got themselves a 10-point lead over Na'Vi, but not too much, not by any stretch of the imagination, so still close. G2, though, jumping up 2 spots.
They're up and very close to N47. 11 points behind them now, guys, and they're looking hungry. Yes, they did just get a 16-point, but for the day, 2 second places and a win. That's a huge step up for G2.
Look at GamerLegion, though. Only 8 points behind Pittsburgh Knights now. Now, they are trying to get out of those bottom 4 spots there.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Knights, on the other hand, as I said in the start, they could either go down to relegation, but they could also qualify for PGC this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not even too far off DESPERADO up in 11th place for GamerLegion to maybe launch themselves out. DESPERADO is going to be excommunicado if they're not careful, if they've got to keep up their progression here. And that is the standings as a whole, boys. And that brings us neatly on to our last game.
Yes.
Guys, if you had to choose one of our 16 teams to do well in this last game, which would it be?
The prophecy is foretold. It's going to be
Na'Vi.
Na'Vi.
Wow.
That was close.
You even tried to time that out together,
Yeah,
and it was a disaster.
Didn't work at all.
You guys didn't see that, but that was
No.
awful.
I was not,
Super weak.
Yeah, okay, you've made up for it. Good job. SIMSY takes the top spot with 117 kills. Adu has been moved down to 2nd place. Mr. Aduzi himself with 1-1-1.
There's a little bit of a gap there from 4th to 5th now.
Yeah.
7 kills, that's actually more than I would expect this late into the phase.
Nice to see mxey on 99. He's going to be breaking the 100 in this week as well.
Yeah.
After him is 98, Aitzy. James is 97, and then Best of Luck is 94. Michael 93. It's actually still so close for the top 5.
And all importantly, 4 of the big 5 have taken the wins today. As you just saw, we want the Na'Vi win. I'm rooting for them. I want it to happen.
The prophecy.
The big 5.
All right, let's say it like this. Where do you want to put the circle in the next game if you want them to win?
Dude, why are we directing this at me?
Because you just made a statement.
A western circle around the therapy area, maybe?
That would be nice.
That would be nice, huh?
It would be nice.
Oh, I love that.
Don't know if it's going to happen, but...
I would just love a Na'Vi win.
Yeah.
Just for the prophecy to be foretold. I like that.
It would be very
That's
cool.
the only thing we care about, right?
I'm just going to be fully biased right now.
I mean, to be fair, I think it was the last day of last week, right, where we were like, there was 4, and then we needed a G2 win. So the desk was ultra biased just for a moment, and now we are once again ultra biased just for this one final moment here of the day, because we want the big 5 to win one game every single for the day. Anyway, that does it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Time to go to a short break. When we return, it's Erangel once again. We shall see you in just a few moments' time for more PEL action.